August, we will vote to elect 75 at-large DNC members and ratify Chair Martin's appointments to the standing committees. Today's elections will help finalize the full proposed slate for that meeting. I will try to make this go as quick as possible for everyone. Here's how the process works. In May, Chair Martin released a partial slate of 60 at-large DNC member nominees and his initial appointments to the standing committees. To fill out the remainder of the slate, the regional caucuses, which each elect 2 at-large DNC members along with 2 individuals to serve on credentials, resolutions, and rules and bylaws committees. The AAPI, Black, Disability, Hispanic, LGBTQ, and Native American caucuses, and the Youth Council will each elect 1 at-large DNC member. The constituency caucuses and the Youth Council will elect 1 individual to each of the 3 standing committees. The candidates you select today will be added to Chair Martin's slate for consideration and ratification by the full DNC in August. This process is historic. It marks the first time that members of the DNC are playing a direct and significant role in shaping these slates. I cannot stress that enough, that the democratization is a new and great thing. Actions like this are one step towards democratizing the DNC. Together, we have the opportunity to ensure all voices are being heard in the party. Democracy is never simple and certainly cannot be accomplished alone. I want to thank you for your time and participation today. And one thing I want to do before we get to the quorum vote, which is already in your mailbox, your email, is I want to give a special recognition to Secretary Jason Bray and all the staff at the DNC that put in the work to do this monumental lift for all the caucuses and the Youth Council. So if we could give them a round of applause real quick and thank them. It's really an incredible feat, and I hope you thank them as well. Okay. Before we begin, we will establish quorum, which is 40% of membership in person or by proxy. We will determine the quorum by voting with Election Buddy, which is the same software you used for the vice chair vote in June, and the technology we will use for voting today. I'll ask staff to give us an overview of the voting system. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. I know we have a slide deck that's going to pop up here in just a second. Awesome. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having us tonight, and thank you for joining this. So you've all received an email which contains your unique access key and password. So to begin the voting process, just click on that voting link in the email. You'll see a picture of this on the right hand of the screen right here. Your access key is the email that we have on file with you. It's the same email that you used for the June voting, and your password is a unique 4-digit PIN. Again, that should remain unchanged. If you go ahead to the next slide. So a really great thing about using Election Buddy in a meeting setting is that the voting link will take you to the ballot page, and all ballots for the whole meeting will appear on this page. In this case, there's only 2, which is great, but the voting link will remain the same. So once votes are active, they'll just appear on the page. You don't need to refresh. Everything kind of happens for you. Go ahead to the next slide. So during an active vote, the ballot page will have a button to tell you what vote is active, which vote you can participate in. Right now, the quorum vote is available. So as the chair said, that's in your inbox. It should also be in the chat, and you can go ahead and get started there. Next slide. Once you click into that vote, it'll ask you to log in. But as I mentioned, you only have to log in the very first time you cast your ballot. If you keep the voting page open, you do not need to re-enter your access key and your password for each ballot, which is really great. It'll all just populate there. Don't worry, if you do close your voting page, you can always log back in and cast your vote. And I'll talk about the hotline in just a second, which will help you cast your vote as well. So once you log in, you'll be brought to the actual ballot page where you can make your selection. When you make your selection, that little blue button will click on in the right side of the ballot page, and then it'll lighten this green bar at the bottom. You can go ahead and click continue. When you click continue, it does not cast your vote, and that's because Election Buddy has a built-in review step. So you can go ahead and review your choice, make sure everything looks good. If you need to edit it, you can click that back arrow right there, and then go ahead and click submit. Once you submit your ballot, you'll get a confirmation code. You'll also get this confirmation code via email. And then you just click next vote, and it'll take you right back to that balloting page, and you can start all over again. Like I said, and like the chair said, this should be a pretty quick meeting today. And I just want to give everyone a huge round of applause and thank you for the successful voting in June. So you should all be pretty familiar. And like I said, the quorum ballot is open. One last thing is that we do have a voter hotline. So if anyone would like to cast a vote over the phone, please call that hotline and do so. And I'll send it back over to you, Chair.
Thank you. Members, the ballot is in your email and also in the Zoom chat. The ballot will remain open for 5 minutes. Please message election support in the chat if you have trouble accessing the ballot. Thank you, and we'll be back shortly.
Members, we have just under 2 minutes left, so make sure you get your quorum ballot in, just under 2 minutes. Thank you.
For those who have just entered the meeting, please check your email for the quorum vote. And we have reached quorum, so we can continue. So don't worry about it, everyone. Okay. Thank you all. Members, the ballot is now closed. We will have a total for you momentarily. Thank you, members. They just sent me the number too, and I closed it. We have 27 ballots cast, so we have reached quorum. So that's good. All right, proposed rules. So our first order of business is to approve the proposed rules from the chair, Martin, for advisory election. Our first strike that. Our first order of business is to approve the proposed rules from Chair Martin for advisory election that will govern today's election. You received the rules in the 7-day meeting notice. DNC staff will put it in the chat. I'll go over some key components of the process now. The window for nomination closed on June 30th, and nominations will not be accepted from the floor. Before each vote, you'll have the chance to hear from the candidates joining us today, unless they choose not to and just say a vote like by acclamation. Candidates have been afforded the opportunity to share 1-minute remarks ahead of each election. We will elect our at-large DNC member first, then we will move on to standing committee elections in the following order: credentials, resolutions, and then rules and bylaws. In order to serve on a standing committee, an individual must be a member of the DNC. If a non-DNC member wins a standing committee election and does not secure an at-large seat, the second highest vote getter will receive the nomination. That won't be an issue here. As a reminder, these elections determine who will be added to Chair Martin's slate. No position is considered final until the full DNC membership meets in August to vote to elect at-large nominees and ratify the standing committee appointments. Additionally, Chair Martin will not appoint an individual to more than one standing committee. Once a candidate has been nominated to a standing committee slate, they will be removed from future standing committee ballots. Proxy votes will be accepted. All proxies were required to be submitted to the office of the secretary, who is here, by Sunday, June 22nd. No additional proxies or transfers of a proxy will be accepted at this time. We will be utilizing a plurality system. The highest vote getter will win. If only one person is nominated for an office, the chair can declare the nominee is elected by acclamation. In the case of a tie, an additional ballot will be conducted between two candidates receiving the highest number of votes. We will now vote to approve the proposed rules from Chair Martin for advisory election. This vote will be conducted exactly like the quorum vote. Please, well, actually, let's do this. Before we move to a vote, does anyone have any questions or concerns? Seeing none, I would say, can we do a vote by is there a objection to doing a vote by acclamation? Seeing none, all those in favor, say aye or raise your hand. Any opposed? You can lower your hands. Seeing no opposed, sounds great. The rules are adopted. We will now move to the election for DNC member at large. As you may be aware, the DNC requires the full slate of at-large DNC members be gender balanced. Chair Martin has nominated 60 members. In order to complete his slate and maintain gender balance, each caucus was a pre-designated agenda. We will now vote for the position of member at-large DNC members. Nick Boyle has been nominated for male at-large position. Nick is a male candidate from Illinois. Nick, I'm going to give you the option. You can either speak for 1 minute, or we can go straight to your vote by acclamation. It's entirely up to you. Doesn't matter to me. What would you like to do?
To be respectful of everybody's time, I'd like to motion for vote by acclamation.
All right, hearing that motion, all those in favor, say aye. Okay, lower your hands, please. Digging the thumbs up from Steph and Kobe, by the way. and Christine. Any opposition to a vote by acclamation? Seeing none, congratulations, Nick. You are the Disabilities Caucus's representative on Chair Martin's at-large member slate. Congratulations. Round of applause for Nick. And may I say, Nick, it will be a great addition to the DNC and to the caucus. Proud to have you. We will now move on to election for Credentials Committee member. Vice Chair Trish Ruiz has been who is the vice chair of this caucus, has been nominated for female Credentials Committee position. This is a female DNC member from New Mexico. Trish, Vice Chair Ruiz, you have the choice, same as Nick. You can have 1 minute or less to address the caucus, or we can just move to a vote by acclamation. It is entirely up to you. What would you like to do?
In the spirit of continuity and to keep the meeting moving, I would request that we just vote by acclamation, and thank you.
All right, hearing a motion for a vote by acclamation. All those in favor, I'll second it if it's necessary, and I seconded Nick's if that was necessary. All those in favor, raise your hand physically or on the Zoom, whatever. All right, great. All those in favor, any opposed? Seeing none. Congratulations, Vice Chair Trish Ruiz. You are the Disabilities Caucus representative on Chair Martin's Credentials Committee slate. We will now move on to the election for Resolutions Committee. From my home state of California, a DNC member, Deborah Cunningham Skernick, has been nominated for the Female Resolutions Committee position. Deborah is a female DNC member from California. Deborah, it is up to you. You can have 1 minute to address the committee. You're running unopposed, or we could just move to a vote by acclamation. No pressure either way. It's up to you.
Thank you, Chair, so much. I would like to do a vote by acclamation, please. Thank you.
I'll take that as a motion. I will second it if necessary. I'm not sure it is. All those in favor? All right, lower your hands, please, if you don't mind. Any opposed? The motion passes. Congratulations, Deborah, from my home state of California. You are the Disabilities Caucus's representative on Chair Martin's Resolutions Committee. I'll tell you that I have worked with Deborah. She is a fearless advocate and a hard worker, and I'm proud to have her. We will now move on to the election for Rules and Bylaws. Trish, Vice Chair? Are you still here?
But
Feel
I'm
free
muted.
Okay, so
Okay.
I am the one nominated for this position. In the interest of avoiding a conflict of interest, it just occurred to me. Would you mind doing this vote, please?
Absolutely, Mr. Chair. So would you like to give us a 1 minute speech, Chair Devermont, or would you like to forego that and have us move on to vote by acclamation?
Let us say I am nominated for the Mail Rules and Bylaws Committee position, and I am a male DNC member from California, and I would move for a vote by acclamation.
Thank you. Having heard that, would all those in favor of appointing our chair, Derek Devermont, to Rules and Bylaws, please raise your hand. You can lower them now. Any opposed? Okay, congratulations, Chair Devermont.
Thank you. We will, members, that concludes our business to the day. Congratulations to the to those elected to Chair Martin's at-large and standing committee slates. Your service is both appreciated and essential to work, and thank you all for your meaningful participation. Today's meeting was one step forward in our continued efforts to build a more conclusive and representative Democratic Party. Absolutely agree with that. I look forward to seeing everyone in Minneapolis for the August meeting. The one thing I'll say is I want to thank once again Secretary Ray and his staff for making this as seamless and flawless and really putting their backs into something that is really just a wonderful thing and returning a lot of power to the grassroots. Thank you to Vice Chair Chastity Conrad for showing up, although I do think she had to go. And of course, thank you to Carolyn Fowler for always being here because she's awesome. Thank you all. Without objection, we are now adjourned.